Welcome students. We were doing quadratic equation and we have done three exercise based on the quadratic equation exercise 4.1, 4.2 and 4.3. Here I come with my new video today and in this video I am going to solve the next exercise of quadratic equation exercise 4.4, which is the last exercise of your book NCERT. So in this exercise we have, you can see 5 questions we have, right? And this exercise is mainly based upon the nature of roots. We have already discussed in the previous videos what do you mean by roots of the quadratic equation. Now in this video we are going to discuss about the nature of roots. Nature of roots of the quadratic equation means, it means sometimes the roots will be real and unequal, sometimes it will be equal, sometimes the roots will become imaginary, right? So when we will be able to say that the roots of the quadratic equation is real, unequal or equal or imaginary, right? So we are going to discuss this in this video. Okay, so let's see. So here we have nature of roots of quadratic equations. So we know what is the general form of quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c. So for this quadratic equation, this term b square minus 4ac is known as discriminant of the quadratic equation, which is denoted by capital D, right? Which I already told you, b square minus 4ac is called determinant of the quadratic equation. So with the help of the discriminant, we can say what will be the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. How? Let's see. So in the first point what we have, that if d is greater than 0, that is if the discriminant b square minus 4ac, if you remember the formula of quadratic equation, which was minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac, so divided by 2a, you came to know that b square minus 4ac comes under within the root, right, in that formula. So if the root part becomes positive, or if discriminant d is greater than equals to 0, in that case we will say that roots are real and unequal or distinct. Unequal or distinct, both mean same. So if discriminant is greater than 0, so we will say roots of the quadratic equation will be real and unequal. Second point, if discriminant is 0, that root part, if the root part becomes 0, then what will happen? We will get only x is equals to minus b by 2a. We will get one value of x. So for a quadratic equation, if we are getting one value of x, it means the roots are equal. That is why we are getting one value of x. So if d is equals to 0, then roots are real and equal. So in case if we are required to show that for a given quadratic equation the roots are equal, then if you show that discriminant of that quadratic equation is 0, then we can say roots are equal. Third point, if discriminant is less than 0, that means if the term within the root becomes less than 0 or negative, so within the root if something is negative, we say it imaginary. So if discriminant is less than 0, then the roots are imaginary. Okay, so based on this, the concept which I have taught you right now, with the help of these 3 steps, we are going to solve the exercise 4.4. So let's see what is the first question in this exercise. Find the nature of the roots of the following quadratic equation. If real roots exist, find them. That is the question. Okay, so let's do part 1 first. So here we have part 1, what is given in the question. 2x square minus 3x plus 5 is equals to 0. Here what is a? Coefficient of x square 2. What is b? Minus 3. And what is c? 5, right? So therefore what will be the value of discriminant? B square minus 4ac. You know what is b, what is a, what is c. So put in the formula. What I got? I got minus 31, which is less than 0, right? So since discriminant is less than 0, so what we will say, therefore roots of the quadratic equation 1 are imaginary. So since roots are imaginary, so in that case we are not able to find the real roots. It is mentioned in the question, if real root exists, then find them. So in this question no real root exists. So do the next one. So this is 1 part 5. Okay, question number 1 part 5. So in 1 part 5 what we have? This one, 3x square minus 5x plus 12 is equals to 0. Here what is ABC I have written. Therefore what will be the discriminant then? B square minus 4ac. In place of b we have minus 5. In place of a we have 3, and in place of c we have 12. So after putting the value and after doing simplification, I got minus 119 again, which is less than 0. So since discriminant is less than 0, equation 1 has imaginary roots. So in both the question, in 1 part 1 and 1 part 5, I have done the same thing, right? And in both the question, roots are imaginary. So let's do one sum in which we will get real roots. So in question number 1 part 4, what we have? 9x square minus 6x plus 1 is equals to 0. I have given this one as equation 1. Here what is ABC I have written. Now what will be the value of discriminant? Minus b square minus 4ac. So here in place of b square we have in place of b we have minus 6, then 4ac. So see, I got discriminant as 0. So since discriminant is 0, then what we will say about the nature of roots? Roots of 1 are real and equal, right? So roots become real and equal. Now since roots are real, then we have to find the roots according to question. So what I have written, we know that x is equals to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. This formula, Sridhar Acharya's formula or quadratic formula. So in place of minus b, in place of b I have written minus 6, and since this term is 0, b square minus 4ac, that is why 0 I have written there directly. So what I got? After simplification I got x is equals to 1 by 3, but I have written x 2 times, 1 by 3, 1 by 3. Why? Because for a quadratic equation we will always get 2 roots. Since we are getting one value of x here, that means roots are equal, 1 by 3, 1 by 3. Hence roots of 1 are 1 by 3, 1 by 3. Okay. So rest of the subparts you are required to do, where you will require the same concept. That is why I am leaving the rest of the subparts. Now let's do question number 2. In question number 2, what we have? Find the values of k for each of the following quadratic equations so that they have 2 equal roots. So we need to find the value of x from this, whatever we have, so that the roots of the quadratic equation are equal. So what we know, when roots of the quadratic equation are equal, then their discriminant must be 0, right? This one, second star. So with the help of this concept, we are going to find the values of k. So let's see. Here we have 2 part 1. So given in 2 part 1 we have 2x square plus kx plus 3 is equals to 0, equation 1. Here what is ABC I have written. A is coefficient of x square, b is k here, that is coefficient of x, and c is constant term, which is 3 here. Since roots of 1 are equal, it is already mentioned in the question, roots of 1 are equal, therefore discriminant which is d of 1 must be equals to 0, that is b square minus 4ac. So in place of b, k is here, so I have used the formula, I have written the formula, b square minus 4 into a, here a is 2 and what is c, 3. So I have written in place of ABC whatever we have, k square minus 4ac, and I got the value of k as k is equals to plus minus 2 root 6. So this is the value of k we have. Now 2 sub part 6. So I have written what is given there, equation 1. What are the values of a, b, c? I have written a is equals to k minus 12, b is 2 into k minus 12, c is 2. Since roots of 1 are equal, so discriminant of 1 must be is equals to 0, right? So what is the formula of discriminant? B square minus 4ac. So in place of b square, I have written the value of b. Then in place of a, I have written the value of a, and then I have written the value of c, right? So see the simplification. So I got 4k minus 12 whole square minus 8k minus 12. So see in this step we have 4 and k minus 12 common. So I have taken the common in the next step. So what is left? Since here we have k minus 12 whole square, so 1k minus 12 is left and minus 2 is left. 4 2 is 8, that is why. So what I got, 4k minus 12 in one bracket and k minus 14 in one bracket. Now this 4 goes to RHS and become denominator of 0. So 0 divided by 4 gives you 0. So k is equals, so k minus 12 and k minus 14 is equals to 0. So by doing either and or, we will get k as 12 or 14. So here we have the values of k. So the rest of the sub parts you are required to do, where you will require the same concept. So let's do the next sum. So here we have in question number 3 what we have. Is it possible to design a rectangular mango grove whose length is twice its breadth and area is 800 meter square? If so, find its length and breadth. So here what we are required to do, we are required to form a rectangle whose length must be twice of its breadth and whose total area must be 800 meter square. So if that is possible, in that case we are required to find what will be its length and breadth. So let's see how I have solved question number 3. Here we have, so let the breadth of the mango grove be x meter. So I have taken breadth as x meter. So according to question, its length will be 2x, because by question it is written length is twice of its breadth. So length is 2x. So by the problem, 800 was the area, right? So we know what is the formula to find area of a rectangle, length into breadth. So length into breadth is equals to 800. So what I got, 2x square minus 800 is equals to 0, and after taking 2 common we will get x square minus 400 is equals to 0. Now what I am doing, what I have done here, that we need to know whether it is possible to design such a rectangle or not. So in that case we need to know the nature of the roots of this quadratic equation. So here what is a, what is coefficient of x square? 1. There is no x, that is why coefficient of x is 0 and constant term is minus 400. So I have written that. Now discriminant of 1, b square minus 4ac. So I got 16. So I got 1600, which is greater than 0. So since d is greater than 0, therefore roots of 1 are real and unequal, right? So since roots are real, that means it is possible to design. Hence it is unequal, that means length and breadth is unequal. So we can say hence it is possible to design the mango grove. Okay. So now just in that case, if it is possible to design, then find the length and breadth. So x is equals to minus b plus minus root over minus 4ac by 2a. This is the quadratic formula. So here b is 0. So I have written what is the value of b square minus 4ac, 1600. So after simplification I got plus minus 40 by 22, which is plus minus 20, which in which we are only able to take x is equals to 20 because it is it is breadth, which can never be negative. That is why I have written in the bracket since x is greater than 0. Then what will be the length of the rectangular mango growth? Twice of breadth, 40 meter. So hope you have understood what I taught today, and based on this concept you will be able to solve the rest of the subparts and rest of the sums, question number 5 and question number 6. Okay, if you will find any difficulties, please ask me. So again I will come with my new video with the new chapters. Okay, so today we have completed quadratic equation, and hope we have understood the full concept, the full exercise, whatever I taught you, exercise 1, exercise 4.1, 4.2, 4.3 and 4.4, and I do hope you have understood all the 4 exercises. Thank you for watching.